probably around about 1968, maybe 69. I arrived in Goudhurst. I'd booked into a job in the Oast House on a farm further out, and it was a horrible, it just gave me the really bad vibes. And so I left it. I left the job before it started and arrived back in Goudhurst to look for another job. There were many hop farms in the valleys around Goudhurst. Goudhurst sits very high on a hill in the Weald of Kent, and there were lots of hop farms, and I needed a job. It was coming up August, September, and I needed a job. So I took myself down this lane and over this stile. And when I got to the end of the footpath, a wonderful view opened up to me, which is partly obliterated now, unfortunately. But there was this glorious view of the valley below Goudhurst. And in the valley I could see the white cowls of farms. And they were hop farms because those cowls belonged to oast houses. So I took the path leading down over this field, and when I got to the bottom, I arrived at a farm that called itself Crowborn. And I went to the farmhouse and knocked on the door, and the farm manager's wife came to the door, and I asked her if there was any work for hop picking season. And she told me to go back up to the village and go to the old parsonage. And at the old parsonage lived Mr. Coleman, and he was the farmer at Crowborn Farm. So I walked back up to the village pond. But she told me that beyond Back Lane, which you see there by that red car, there was a big old house called the parsonage. Can you see it through the trees? The black and white, the black beams and the white gables there. That's where Coleman lived. And that was a memorable day, because he said to me, yes, he'd give me a job. He'd give me a job out in the hop gardens, pulling down the bines, cutting the bines to be taken back to the picking machine. And subsequently, I spent 4 years, 4 seasons, 4 hop picking seasons working here in Goudhurst. And what a jolly time I had. Lots of fun.